Hello and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, hi, my name is Mary and welcome to another Craft Day Monday, where every Monday I post a new video. In today's video I am going to be making a mini cardboard dirt bike for one of my gnomes. So I made this craft in one of my groups that I joined on Facebook, and so a lot of people were asking if I can do a tutorial on how I make the little dirt bike. So basically all you're going to need for this project is cardboard, hot glue, and a pencil, and some wooden dowels if you have them, and if you don't have them you can also use a number 2 pencil. This is what I'm going to be using because I had one that broke, so I just decided to go ahead and craft with it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down so we can just get into the video. So here I already have my pieces cut out for my dirt bike. So you're going to need two of everything. So we're going to need, this is going to be the base of the bike. And I drew this onto the cardboard and then I cut it out. And this is the shape that you're going to be going for. Then you're going to need 2 strips of cardboard. And then I took 2 and cut them. So this is going to be for the back. You're going to need, I'm using a total of 5 circles. They're going to be glued together. This is going to make the wheels. So you're going to need 5 of those. And then I went ahead and drew my handlebars. This is what you're going to need. These are the shapes that you're going to want to have. And we're just going to go ahead and start putting everything together. So the first thing I'm going to do is just go ahead and get this out of the way, is glue my wheels. So I'm just basically making sure I got everything lined up. So like I mentioned, you're just going to go ahead and just glue your wheels together. I'm going to do my last one. Stick that on. And now I'm just going to take the palm of my hand and push down. And this is just going to make it a tad bit flatter. And I did 2 of those. So now we have our 2 wheels. I'm going to set those to the side. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to do it this way. We're going to go ahead and take our cardboard, and I'm just going to bend it a little bit. And what you're going to do is you're going to start right at the top. And you're just going to put a layer of hot glue right across. And you're just going to work a little at a time. And you're just going to go ahead and you're just going to take your cardboard and you are going to follow the shape of the dirt bike. You're going to let it dry. I'm just going to hold that there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and continue to go across. So then you're just going to bend this down this way and up. And I'm just going to go ahead, add a little more hot glue right down here. And then we're just going to push that up. And we're just going to hold that here. I'm just going to go ahead and pull this up a bit. We're going to hold that here and let it dry. And then we're going to go ahead and you're going to take your top piece and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put it on just like that. So you're going to go ahead and glue it on just like this. You're going to make sure you got everything nice and even. And then once you get that, you're going to turn it over and you're going to take your bottom piece and you're going to just follow the shape again. So you're going to take your bottom piece and you're just going to go like this, and you're going to follow this all the way around, gluing in place. I have one done right here. So here's the top that we did, and here is the bottom. So basically you taking your cardboard and you covering the top and the bottom. So this is what it should look like. So now once you have your top and your bottom covered with your cardboard, we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our two little pieces that we have here, and before I glue them in place, I'm just going to get an idea about where I want the wheel to be. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, take my hot glue, put a good amount right on top, and we're just going to go ahead and glue this in place. Gonna hold it here, and we're gonna let that dry, and then we're gonna do the same thing to the other side. So once you got your little sparks or whatever you want to call this part glued in, once you have your this glued in here, we're gonna go ahead and take our cardboard tire and we're gonna glue that in place. So I'm just going to put a dab of hot glue here, and then I'm going to turn it over and do it here. And then I'm just going to go ahead, stick that here and here. And we're just going to hold this here and let it dry. So I'm just going to hold this, and we're just going to let this dry for a bit. And it doesn't take hot glue long to dry. So this is what you should have so far. This is what it should be looking like. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab our pencil and we're going to go ahead and put the front wheel on. Okay, so before I put my my front wheel on, I want to go ahead and glue my handlebars in place. And I want them to go right here on front. So we're going to take this and we're going to glue it right here. So it's going to go on just like that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of hot glue. And we're just going to go ahead and stick this right here. And I'm just going to hold this a bit. I'm going to check it out and make sure it's nice and even. Going to hold this here and let that dry. So I'm just going to hold this here and we're just going to go ahead and let this dry. So now that you have your handlebars glued in place, we're going to take a piece of that pencil that we have here, and we're just going to go ahead and glue this right underneath the handlebars. So just put a little bit of hot glue right here, and we're just going to go ahead and glue this right underneath. This is what we have so far. So now we're going to take our wheel, and I'm going to glue mine at an angle. So I'm just, before I glue it down, I'm just going to see about where I want it to be and how I want it to look. So I'm going to go ahead, set this out of the way. We're going to grab a glue stick. So we're just going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue right through here. Going to stick that just like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and do it on the other side to make sure that I have everything nice and even. So I'm going to angle it a bit so I got it going at an angle. So now I'm just going to go ahead, hold this here, and do my other one. Making sure it's even. So we're just going to put a little bit of hot glue right just like this. Going to go up. Using my finger as a guide just to make sure everything is even. Or you can even use a Sharpie or a pencil or whatever you have on hand just to make sure you got everything lined up. And I'm just going to add a little more hot glue just for extra security, just to make sure it doesn't slip. And now we're going to bring our little dirt bike back, and we're just going to go ahead and stick this onto here, and we're going to go ahead and glue this down just like this. So now that you have your pencils glued in place, this is what we should have so far. So I'm going to turn this over, and now we're going to go ahead and take our scissors, and we're just going to cut out some circles, and this is going to be his gas tank. That's if you want to add one. I like to add a little detail, so I'm just going to go ahead and just cutting out a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to cut it until I'm happy with the size of it before I glue it down. So I'm going to put this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as a reference. Going to go ahead and put a little bit of hot glue. We're going to go ahead and glue this down just like this. I'm just going to wipe some of this extra glue away. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut out this one. Here's our little gas tank, and I'm just going to stick this right here. So grab some hot glue, put it on the back. We're going to go ahead, stick this right directly on here just like that. And the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to give my little motorcycle a kickstand. So basically, what I did for that was I took a piece of cardboard, just folded it like an L shape, if that helps, just like this. And now we're just going to go ahead. I'm going to pick a spot that I wanted, so I'm going to put it right here. Just use a little bit of hot glue to help hold it. So this is what it should look like. I'm going to hold this and let this dry a bit. And I'm going to bring it back a bit, move up my camera so y'all can see. And there is our motorcycle, or our dirt bike, all complete. This is what it looks like. And I will be adding a gnome to my dirt bike. And yeah, so this is what you should have. And if you want to see how I attach my gnome to my dirt bike, please let me know and I will do a video on that. I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera back up so y'all can see me. So once again, here is our little dirt bike. Here it is from this side. Made from cardboard and hot glue and old pencil. Something that we all should have on hand. Like I mentioned before, if you want to see the way how I attach my gnome to the motorcycle, I will be more than happy to do a video on me attaching the gnome. I've already have several videos up of me making the gnome. I have a video of the gnome legs. I have the video of the gnome body. So, yeah, so if y'all want to see that, please let me know in the comment box below. And if you are not already subscribed, please go ahead and hit that red subscribe button. I would love for you to become part of my YouTube family. And with that being said, I hope you all have a nice day. Bye.